Hello?
Hey, my turn.
Right, yeah,
It's about that time of
Go
the day.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Ah, the stream reset itself as well. It counted this as the... Sunshine?
Ah,
Yeah, that's sunshine.
kitty.
Meow. Oh my god, okay, before you go back to narrating, if you have a look at the fucking, the dialogue box on the stream at the moment, you can see that, the text pretty much perfectly wraps around the fucking curves of Maddie's body.
Yeah.
Well, time to get my dick out! Okay, it's out. What do I do now?
Give it a little squeeze.
Okay, what I need to do, especially after I've had bottom surgery, is to just like get one of those fucking suction cup dildos and then be like, well, time to get my dick out, just pull it out and then like thump it down on the table. Anyway, continue.
We were approached by an individual who appeared to be the waitress of the cafe. He was an interesting-looking dragon who, unlike the others I had seen so far, was more akin to a wyvern, possessing rather large wings as her forelimb, which resembled those of an oversized bat.
Why don't you just fucking show us? Oh, this is the lady that I really fucking practiced my fucking Southern Sugar Mama voice on, and also the one that I tried to romance in my run.
Aw.
Oh, it's the humans.
Wait, where? That's a good one. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? It isn't special.
Oh, yeah, me too. Just hurry the fuck up, cunt. Sure thing. 2 specials coming right up. And then she takes her fucking bra off and then flops her tits on the table.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh yeah? As I was saying, if you look at the big picture, don't you think there's just like something off about this whole place? Like, where is it? Really? Why do they have little fucking university or college facilities that have like little bathroom fucking signs that have like human silhouettes on them? What's up with that?
Beats me.
Is this supposed to be a completely separate place from Earth? Or even a different dimension? Some things just don't add up. Don't you think so too?
Let me just grab my tinfoil hat real quick.
I've been here much longer than you have been, mate. Maybe you'll see soon enough.
Yeah, I'll see the little matrix lines. Go ahead.
I can't really say much more with you-know-who over there. He's probably listening to us right now. No,
Don't seem so bad. Oh, right. When I let my gaze wander, I saw that Maverick was looking in my direction. Our eyes met briefly, expression not showing any discernible emotion. I wondered whether it had just been a coincidence, or if he really was able to hear us from a distance.
I do have some theories. And if I'm right, we might be in trouble.
Well, I am the scientist here. What do you have a degree in? Sucking ass? Kind of trouble. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up, Maddie. Shut the fuck up. Be quiet. I'll let you know as soon as I can. But for now, let's just play along. After all, we already have one of these babies.
You stole a
See,
child?
I'm cradling. Yeah, see, I'm cradling it in my arm right now. It's a teeny tiny little dragon fucker. How much do you think I could get if I skinned it and turned it into a pair of boots or a handbag, hey?
I think you get
What do you
40
think?
years to life.
Morty, now's not the time. Now's not the time.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Oh, fuck you, Morty, I'm just gonna blame you now. Look, Morty abducted a child. Okay, continue.
You patted the generator's box for emphasis. You like that generator, don't you?
Call me the generator, because I want my box padded. But God knows we need him.
Oh, there she comes. Female returned, ecstatic with her ability to balance the dishes on the edges of her wings. She placed her forelimb on the table and proceeded to move the dishes from her wing to us with a gentle push of her snout.
There you go. Watch out. It's hot. Just like me, the hottest thing alive. You're welcome, Wink.
Apparently, today's special consisted of an odd fish of some sort. I was a little hesitant to try it. Considering the steam coming from it, it was probably better to wait a few minutes anyway. Just brought out meals to the two dragons across the cafe, exchanged a few words. Rizzo leaned forward and whispered something to me.
Hey, I'll send you a letter with a coded message later. You'll know what to do. Wink.
Oh.
Throw it in the dumper. Chuck it in me dumper.
Rizzo rose from his seat before he made it known to me that he still had a few things to do, and left the restaurant, followed shortly after by the larger of the two dragons. We headed for fish. I wasn't in a hurry, but I spent a few minutes in contemplation while out the window. Not that this whole situation was already bizarre enough, also now the vague sense of danger conveyed by Raisin's earlier words. I did not even have an idea what kind of threat might be lurking out there. Eventually, I took a bite of my somewhat unusual breakfast. While I'd already thought the smell was quite peculiar, this had been even worse. I imagined it might be the kind of delicacy that had an acquired taste. I certainly hadn't acquired yet. I decided to go get it aside before it's too late.
Are you done?
Sure am.
How'd you like it?
I'll just say it's probably not for me.
And you wouldn't be the only one to say that. You better wait outside just in case it decides to come up again.
Ooh.
Fucking humans always barfing up all that food.
You tried the old fish.
No, right, you do it. You'll
Sure
get
thing.
it.
You tried the odd-looking fish.
I stepped outside, taking the scenery of the strangely familiar world. The short time I was here, I already found the similarities world and our own utterly fascinating. After all, we're talking about an unmatched place with a course form of life. As far as discoveries were concerned, something as a new cellular organism or even bacteria would have been remarkable. Here it was, standing in the middle of a village, evidently built by this race of intelligent, talking dragons with a society not unlike our own. Liza didn't seem to share the same interest, instead was more smitten with the generator. But given our reasons for coming here in the first place, I couldn't blame him for being focused on something else. My thoughts were interrupted, as something suddenly zipped past me just a little too close, causing me to stumble back. A rather small dragon with a bag clamped in a small, who apparently had somewhere to...
Cheerio, cunt!
I regained my footing, and watched as it peered into the distance. Even though I'd seen enough dragons to recognize their variations in size, color, and other attributes, I guessed this one must have been a juvenile of the species. Shortly afterwards, Sebastian joined me outside, taking care of the tab.
I gave her a generous tip on your behalf. I hope you don't mind. I think she likes me. She's got a fat ass.
Nice of you.
In any case, now that you've given us the PDA and Razor as the generator, you're free for today. So if you want to go anywhere in particular, let me know, or I could show you around town.
I was tempted to be given it for. Considering Razor's words, I want to be careful and not stray too far without knowing more about this one first. I don't trust that guy. I think I'll stay home for now. I still have to get used to everything, you know.
I'll just accompany you back then. There we are.
Home, sweet home. For now, at least.
Well, if you need anything, I'll be outside until my shift ends. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
I hadn't really looked at the apartment much, so I spent the rest of the day investigating it and relaxing. I considered checking out some of the phone numbers Remy had left me, but I thought it was better to keep a low profile for now. I found the kitchen fully stocked with plenty of groceries, though the variety was wasted on me. I hadn't been a particularly great cook in the first place. What was more, I didn't even recognize the thing I found. You're a biologist and you can't cook?
Listen, grad students be like that.
Whether they were edibles that we had back home that I just didn't know about, or something completely alien, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to take the risk of eating anything I didn't know. After all, it was possible...
Yo, the kitchen's stocked with edibles?
Right? After all, it was possible that some of the comestibles might be fine for them to eat, but still be poisonous to us. I was also glad to find a shelf that was filled to the brim with a variety of books. While I found the subject matter of man, myth or reality to be quite intriguing. What? Where? I had to give up after just a few pages due to his exceptionally dry writing style. I wasn't inclined to really at the moment. Subject matter. In the end, I settled for an adventure novel about a dragon archaeologist who stumbles upon the remains of a long-lost civilization, after which she is hired by an evil organization who wants to use the found magical artifacts for its own various purposes.
That's just Indiana Jones.
While entertaining, I had to admit that it reminded me a little too much of the trashy novels we had at home. I certainly found it amusing that certain tropes were not really unique to us as a species, though I wondered whether this kind of literature had fallen into disfavor here as it had back where I had come from. I was reading a particularly exciting scene in which the hero Sheridan uses one of the magical artifacts shaped like a pair of human hands holding a scepter with a globe at the top to prevent herself from being crushed and ground into a bloody pulp by an egg and even temple's moving walls. When I suddenly heard the doorbell ringing.
Bing bong.
That's cobalt flavored. That is definitely cobalt flavored.
Extremely cobalt coated.
Oh, hello! Would you like to
Okay,
sign
fuck you,
in?
got it.
Oh no, right, you had a better voice.
Yeah, my voice wasn't cobalt coated though.
Yeah, but it is also fucking hilarious when teeny tiny things have the deepest of voices.
Hello there, would you please sign here?
I'm not saying away my rights with this, am I?
I've got a letter for you that requires signature confirmation.
I see. Looking at the clipboard, the small dragon was picking up. I saw the letter of the letter in question. There you go.
I'm Lorem, by the way. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions? First name Lorem, last name Ipsum. Do
Right.
not ask questions beyond that, please. What's this about? I'm just making small talk. Wait a minute. Oh, I recognize you. You try to do the same thing with Ryza. Maybe I should report you to superiors for your inappropriate behavior toward your clients. Oh, he's just fishing for signatures, for autographs. But it's important. Please, just let me talk to Maddie for a few minutes. You know how it is. Want an interview with one of the humans? You'll have to get permission from the proper authorities. Help me out here, Maddie. As an ambassador, you care about the accurate portrayal of humans in the media, don't you? Then you should talk to me. Otherwise, someone else will fill in the blanks, and who knows what they'll come up with.
Like you might.
Let me show you something.
Dragon opened his bag. Rummaged through a number of letters and small packages.
Huh, I think I lost it. Anyway, I wanted to show you some pictures of what people think humans look like. On some of them, they have like 4 heads and look nothing like you. It's crazy.
Are you a reporter?
No, I'm just horny. Do you want me to remove him, Maddie?
Is what he's saying true?
Yeah, I guess.
I see. That sounds pretty interesting. Alright, you can leave your number here, and maybe I'll call you later. That's all I can promise.
Thank you so much.
He quickly produced a small sheet of paper and scribbled paper on it. Afterwards, he carefully completed it with both hands.
Alright, you got what you wanted. Off you go now. E. E. Sorry about that. Little fuckers doesn't know when to stop. I guess that should be all. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Radio. With all the commotion, I almost forgot that I was also still holding Reese's letter. Within the plain envelope was a similar plain sheet of paper with this handwriting. Instead of reading, however, I saw that his writing was still full of the pleasantries he knew he hated, but I assumed every word of it was faked as to conceal its true content. He had mentioned I didn't know what to do, but I was unsure of how I was supposed to decode the letter's secret message. I didn't remember ever having a conversation about this back with him, and he still relied on me to remember whatever it was that I was missing. Or he thought I would just be able to figure it out on my own. This is what it said.
Look, I think that's you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, g'day, my dear friends, my dear mate. I hope this letter reached you swiftly and in good condition. For unfortunately, we were not able to catch up earlier, so I wanted to write you this letter. How have you been these last few years? What have you been doing? How's the family? Do you think that my cunt looks nice in these jeans? I feel like there is so much we should talk about, since we have not seen each other much recently. At least we have a chance to do so in this form. Quite an exciting adventure we are on now, hey? How have you liked it so far? Made any dragon friends yet? Have you fucked any of them? Ah ha 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 ha! Just kidding!
But what if?
Anyways, I will be looking forward to your reply soon.
Great. How the fuck are we gonna decode this?
Yeah, good question.
Best bloody regards, Razor.
Various things came to mind. Reading certain words or letters was one that I thought of immediately, but I couldn't make out anything trying to find a system within its array of letters online. I had to look carefully. Lines, of course. Was to read between them. I have an input on my own, which I would have been able to read fine print. So with his handwritten letter, that eraser could have done anything important. I think I know. After looking at it for a while, I came to the conclusion that it said that Razor wanted me to. Said that Razor wanted me to. None of these things.
Yeah. None of
Show
these
more
things.
options.
I am unable to decode this immensity. Or you refer to the fact that we were both given an apartment. Considering it provided for us, we just had to find the right objects for both of us. Many everyday items here though, and of course I still had no idea what in particular I was looking for. So, the bookshelf was stocked with quite a variety of books on different topics. And yes, books. The shelf is full of them, but it's supposed to think could be hidden inside of it. Which books did I look at?
On this earth?
It sounds like a religious thing.
At the very least, being aware of the stuff that goes on in their religion might be useful for social contexts.
Sex.
Draconic desire. I was so young and naive back then. Barely having reached the age at which the arduous process of finding a mate, settling down, and starting a family became expected. Yet none of my peers interested myself. They were childish and crude and uncultured. I was lost in a sea of uncertainty, drifting, hoping to be found by the one day. And then I did. How fast time flies when you're happy. I can't believe this was just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I found the one, my truest soulmate there ever could be. Like a wrecking ball, he came out of nothing, breaking all the barriers and entered my life. 2 weeks ago I was nothing. Today, I am the happiest dragon alive. Who knew that out of all the people alive, it only took the right one to right life itself? Who knew that to meet the perfect one, the only thing you needed was...
I don't think there's anything here. this mess ever get to print? Sheesh. But whoever the fuck this is.
The Ixamen Sphere. How to use it. As a manual meant for the general populace, this booklet intends to bring you, the valued reader, closer to the uses and joys the Ixamen Sphere might bring. I have taken utmost care to use simple language and instructions to remove the well-known barrier between individuals and the knowledge of proper use of this most wondrous device. For interested parties, a chapter about the Ixamen Sphere's history and ideas for advanced applications can be found later in the book. Quick start guide. Step 1. Place your Ixamen Sphere on a flat, stable surface. Make sure that the surface is indeed stable and flat. Expert tip: use a spirit level in order to determine if the surface is absolutely horizontal in order to prevent the Ixamen Sphere from rolling off the table unintendedly. Step 2. Plug your Ixamen Sphere into any fitting household outlet. Warning: make sure the Ixamen Sphere power switch is in the off position prior to plugging it in.
Maybe put that before
Step 3. Locate the power switch of the Ixamen Sphere. This step may introduce some difficulties, as many different models of Ixamen Spheres exist, with varying methods of turning them on and off. When in doubt, please contact your Ixamen Sphere's manufacturer to help with this step, if necessary.
You could easily fuck this up. Now I know
how to work an Ixamen Sphere, whatever that is.
Play some prayer.
Price and Prayer, a political novel. It's a comic book. Preface: in the 1472nd year of our ascent to sentience, a most extraordinary chain of events led to the most extraordinary of circumstances in our politics and society. These events have since been buried in history until I stumbled upon the records of these tumultuous times. I have taken it upon myself to dramatize the events in a manner that is both accurate to history as well as entertaining to any reader who might have an interest in such stories. This is not just for my own personal gain, as I hope to make the story available to a larger audience than just a few who have permission to visit the archives. I believe the wisdom to be gained from the ensuing tale to be more relevant to us now than ever.
This is completely irrelevant.
I don't know, I like Born to Serve. I feel like there might be clues in there.
Perhaps.
Autobiography of Abaddon the Seventh. The Council of Someone. Chapter 1. Rise from the Ashes. From the day I was born, I knew I was destined for greatness. As a member of the Abdonian household, nothing less was expected from me. My father, Abaddon the Sixth, made sure of that. My mother, however, was a worm. Not literally, mind you. She was some sort of annelid. She was not some sort of annelid squirming beneath the earth and living in filth. No, she was just what I would describe as the lowest form of life. An annelid living in filth.
How dare you?
Not concerning herself with matters of any importance, she instead sought to base her existence on superficialities. Not that it mattered much, as I grew to hate them both equally. For those who may want to critique me now for saying this, I have no doubt of my father's political achievements, yet only those who had to live with him know that these successes came at the price of his very soul, an empty shell of a dragon driven by nothing but his performance as a politician, not as a father.
A politician, huh? The actual government is like... Last one. Assault of the humanoids from outer space. That's a cat.
That's a cat. Arc 1. It was a dark and stormy night. Relentlessly pouring was the rain outside, periodically interrupted by the loud echo of thunder, again and again. So quick had its roaring staccato become that it almost seemed like someone was pounding against the door. No, someone really was pounding against the door right now. The door swiftly opened, and the moment for which the house's owner had waited decades finally was here. Not on the field of battle do you meet me, human scum, but in the comforts of my own home, do you seek to assassinate me? Feel my wrath. May it lead you to a slow and painful death, he screamed at the top of his lungs. Your resistance will only temper my blade, inferior creature. Taste my blade and die from it. The reply wryly came from the human invader standing within the doorframe. Hero quickly stabbed him with his magi pen, a lethal hit which caused the human invader to slump to the ground instantly, his last words being, "Damn you, Hero. This is not over yet." While he melded into a red blotch, blotching up Hero's carpet. Hero looked up into the sky and realized all the thunder and rain had really been the UFOs of the invaders, numerous enough as to rival raindrops falling from the sky. Oh my god, this is fucking garbage. This was the moment when he knew it was too late. This meant war.
Really? An invasion by human aliens? Is that what they think we're like?
How long has Hero used they, them pronouns?
It's a good question. I couldn't say. A while, probably.
There are no books. What's behind the book?
Look behind the books.
Here's a other message here at some point. He could have known that I was going to live here, so I suppose it's possible that he helped with the preparation. It's something for me to find. No,
Poop sticker?
removing every single book from the shelf. There's still no indicator of anything that would help me to kill this message. But even if Rosa did leave a hint, this could have been anywhere in the apartment, not just on this bookshelf. Oh, that's that. Bathroom. Shampoo to be found anywhere, of course. And no hints either, just some body wash. Razors. There are some pain meds, though. Oh, why not? I'm not sure.
Dragon pain meds.
Oh, I'm taking them. I'm not... I'm not gonna continue.
Inventory.
It's loading. Fridge. Plenty of stuff in here. Meat. It is just a slab of meat. Nothing special about it.
Meat.
Milk. Pasteurized. At least they've gotten that. They got that down. Crack an egg. Nope, just a regular egg. Nope, a regular egg.
Nope, just a regular egg.
Ah, those were all, though. Guess I just wasted a perfectly good batch of eggs. You just wasted them.
He just wasted a perfectly good batch of eggs.
Unlabeled container. Semen! It's an unlabeled container with some sort of white liquid inside. Well, here goes nothing. It's salty.
Oh my god. You drank a mystery liquid.
Okay. In the pantry. Oh, fruits.
Lemon.
If I put it on the floor and then step on it, what would happen? I'd be going on a date.
Oh!
But no, there's no hint here. Fig. Do I know about figs? Quite a bit, actually. Figs are ripe with history and still enjoy some culture, especially in religious circles. For example, they believe Adam and Eve covered themselves up in the Bible's book of Genesis. It also happens to be the kind of tree Buddha received enlightenment under. Not only that, but it is also mentioned in Greek mythology. Isn't it fascinating? Where do you think they got it from? Wait, there's more.
Yeah.
The influence
how's
of
that
figs
work?
also
Doesn't work out
extends
for you.
towards words, phrases, and saying people use today. Take the word sycophant, for example, which comes from a Greek expression meaning someone who shows the fig. It's a vulgar gesture at the time, or I don't give a fig, which of course is a figure of speech. Might as well be said that the influence of figs is as far-reaching as its fruit is succulent. Figuratively speaking, that is. I'm afraid nothing of this actually helps with Riza's letter, though. Pear. There are two of them. What a nice pair. Grape. So, Daddy Grape finds his kid crying and asks, "What's wrong, kid?" But through all the tears, the kid couldn't get a single word out. Eventually, Daddy had enough, so he said, "Stop." No, I won't say it. It's a joke anyway. Oh, don't whine about it.
I get it!
You learned a lot about fruits.
But the lemon. Lemons.
Lemon.
Lemons, of course. Why didn't I realize it sooner? I'm in a lemon. Lemon juice is about the simplest way to write a hidden message using household items. Learned about that in chemistry. The most boring detail, of course. Message written in lemon juice on paper becomes just about invisible to the naked eye when dried. After heating it gently, oxidation occurs, making the message visible. I was sitting next to him in class when he learned that. He made a joke about using the method to cheat on the next test, and I replied by saying he'd have to bring an iron. They really expected me to remember a random chemistry class that happened years ago? And I did remember it after all.
No, he expected you to check every fruit in the house.
And break every egg. Meet me at the portal. Tonight. 10 p.m. All the messages. I wasted a good amount of time, but I still had some left before I'd have to go out to meet Reza, so I decided to make some lunch. Would have made some scrambled eggs if I hadn't broken them all earlier. Afterwards, I resumed my book about the continuing adventures of Sheridan and her exploits in destroying cultural artifacts. These eggs. Unsurprisingly, it came to a happy end. The evil organization stopped in its tracks, at least for now. I thought the ending was deliberately left open for ambiguity, but when I turned the page and saw the advertisement for the next entry in the apparently long-running series of books, I realized all of this had just been a ploy to set up the inevitable sequel. As they do. The disappointment didn't last long, as I had to get going to meet Reza at the portal. When I got outside, it didn't seem quite as dark as it was when I arrived yesterday. I might have had difficulties finding my way, but I could still see the portal in the distance. As I was walking, I wondered if anyone was following me. The land seemed oddly deserted. Is everyone already asleep? Hey, they should. Eventually, I arrived at my destination. Rizzo was already standing idly by the portal, fidgeting, making it obvious that he had waited just for me.
I was already wondering whether you'd get it at all, eh?
Well, you didn't. Easy.
Oof. What a wonderful night it is, eh? Just look up at the bloody stars. You can see them so clearly here without all the pollution lingering in the air like back home. At least it's almost as if we were looking right into the face of eternity itself.
That's not ominous at all.
For so bloody long, humanity thought we'd find aliens out there. Yet after all these years, we found we were still alone in the universe. Turns out, we just weren't looking in the right bloody place. Oh, we forgot to check out Down Under.
Call me here at this time.
For one, because we're sending the journey home.
Hey, before I was in here, it would limit the the portal as they could afford to keep it open all the time. In order to keep in contact with us and enable us to send things over to them, the portal would be open for just a quarter of an hour each day. Sending something back home wasn't really problematic for us. The high energy expenditure associated with sending bigger objects only affected the sender, not the receiver. However, this also meant that until all business was concluded in regards to our trade with the PDAs and the generators, we're basically stuck here.
As for the other, do you know what this place is?
There's something about trouble. How much danger are we in, really?
More than enough. I reckon this place will be gone soon. We better not be here when it happens.
Are we gonna be by fucking fear?
What makes you say that?
What are you talking?
See? I'd hoped you'd see it too, but then it took me a while to understand, and I had a head start on you. In any case.
While he was speaking, my gaze wandered and fixed on something nearby. Hard to make out anything, but I imagine it may have just been wood blowing by shrubbery. Except for the fact that a shrubbery? Reza.
This might take a while to explain, but we've got the whole night.
Reza, look. He turned around to face whatever I was seeing. He squinted hard before he called it out.
Oi! Oi, you fucking cunt! What are you doing in the damn bushes?
The disturbance came closer, until it became clear that it was Maverick, who had hidden nearby to listen in on our conversation.
I knew you were up to no good! What were you talking about? What are you planning here? Some kind of attack? Are you leaving me for this human?
Wait a minute, no reason.
Don't try to deny it. I heard you both talking about it in the cafe, and I saw the litter. You think I couldn't smell the living of it? Pathetic. You'll have to come with me to the police station now, both of you.
Come on, I think you're overreacting. Oh, come on. Reza, what are you doing? The fuck?
Maddie, I did some science to me portal gun, and now it's a regular gun. Let's get out of here, Maddie.
Oh, jeez, Reza. You shouldn't have shot him. In the dragon's side, I could see the wound where the bullet had penetrated his hide. A trickle of blood staining as dark scales in the earth beneath. Reza used the opportunity to run off in some direction. I wasn't sure which. I frantically scanned my surroundings looking for Reza, though he had already vanished into the darkness. What was I supposed to do? Run away as well? Help Maverick? I was just a diplomat, and I had no idea what was happening. Suddenly, the dragon whipped around, hitting me in the guts with its thick tail. I was lifted off the ground briefly before I felt the impact of my body hitting the ground hard enough. My vision blurred almost immediately. A deafening roar battered my ears. This cry for help?
Rawr.
I could barely move, but I found it better not to try, to not startle the wounded dragon more than he already was. It certainly would have ended badly for me if he tried anything. I had him take a few unsure steps before he laid down on the ground.
I'm still watching you, you know, and you better not move for your own good. If I have to get up again and come after you in this condition, I can promise you I won't be nice.
It took a few minutes of listening to his labored breathing before someone arrived. 2 dragons. First I recognized as Sebastian. The other one I didn't know. Prince Sebastian and Maverick exchanged a few words when the stocky fellow approached me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Big
Dragon
Dragon
FBI.
Day.
Whoa.
Hey, kid, you alright?
I think I'm alright.
I'm Bryce, the chief of police in this town. Can you tell me what happened?
Reza shot Maverick and ran off.
Is... Sorry, there's something... All these years of smoking on the force have made it terrible for me to try and speak in a normal voice.
Hi-ho! There was something in my throat. Is that so?
His face was stern and seemingly lost in thought as I overheard Sebastian's conversation.
Yeah,
It's
but you're the flyer on duty. We probably wouldn't find him now. Not here in the darkness at any rate.
Well, that's just brilliant.
What do you think, Chief?
Maddie, can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, Sebastian, take Maddie to the apartment, get us some help here from Maverick, and then we'll look for Razor.
Right on. Come on, Matty, I'll help you up.
I was still shaken up at the events I just witnessed when I arrived at my apartment. Not knowing anything better to do, I soon fell into a deep slumber.
Beautiful.
The next day, I woke with many questions lingering in my head. I considered calling someone from the police department to ask about Reza and Maverick. In the end, I decided against doing so, as I was sure they would contact me if they had anything to tell me. I knew it was no use worrying about it for now, so I settled for starting
out of my
another...
head.
Oh, what?
Sorry, I was, you know, Devil Trigger. All these questions inside my head. Why am I side with a kind of head?
It didn't take very long, though, before the doorbell rang. Did Bryce, chief of police, take it upon himself to work me today? Oh, it's you again.
Are you surprised?
No, but I guess it'll be bad news.
Right, so... Sorry, there was...
There was a frog in my throat. How are you holding up?
Better than yesterday, that's for sure. And you?
Well, he's better now. Frog no longer in throat. Frog is in belly. Let us go for a walk, shall we?
Sure. This time, I was taken along a different route than yesterday. I was quite sure there was more to this than just taking a walk. I'll just go ahead and guess you didn't find a reason.
Da. We'd hoped he'd come back to on his own by now. Do you have any idea where he might be? Maybe he mentioned some sort of place in particular that holds some meaning to him?
No, not really. I didn't get a chance to talk much at all yesterday before...
There is that, too.
I have no idea why Razor would have done anything like that. I had the impression that they weren't very fond of each other, but this... How is he, by the way?
Well, Maverick is doing fine, but there is plenty of blame to go around. You're right. They did not particularly like each other, which is... Why the fuck would I have done this in the first place? I can't believe I would have been like, hey, you hate this fucking asshole, you also hate this fucking asshole, what if I put you together? That's perfect. This is
This is an absolutely perfect way for police to function.
What if I put you
Anyway.
together? Let me make the assholes kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Nothing can go wrong.
I need to fucking put that quote away for later for you.
We put the assholes together, and then we make them kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
In his statement, Maverick says he suspected Razor of planning some sort of attack. Do you know anything about that?
No, no one told me something was going to happen. Not that he was planning anything. At least that was the impression I got.
He's suspecting you too, by the way. That you both planned this all from the beginning.
No, that wouldn't make sense. Actually, none of this is making any sense. How would we go through all the lengths for agreement only to jeopardize it by doing something like this? We even already have our PDAs. We don't have much to show for it yet. If we had any nefarious plans, this wouldn't have been a very good idea.
You have a good point. I believe you. But from our side, we only have Maverick's word on the whole matter. After all, he was the one who spent the most time with Razor since he arrived here. But, we're not paying attention to his character design at all. You know, the fact that he is monochromatic and, like, fucking gray, and he's got the big fucking snarl on his face, and his eyes are red. Net. He could not be, up to any nefarious racist deeds.
Oh, he is dark and broody.
But even then, he didn't really have any reason to follow you yesterday, and his behavior was completely out of line. I'm just glad you came out fine. You know, I'm sorry, it's entirely out of my hands. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not like I am the chief of Charlize. If it wasn't non-mandatory sick leave, he would be suspended right now. We'll have to wait until this whole thing is over before we decide what to do with him. I can assure you, this won't be taken lightly. Though at this point, considering he caused a interdimensional incident, you know, he should probably be suspended anyway.
Oh my, the freaking mouse is like, it goes 2 lines at a time when I scroll it. I hope so.
I personally guarantee.
We still got quite a lot on our hands now though. A wood dragon and a missing human. This could lead to a diplomatic crisis.
Maybe Razor will still show up soon and we can get all this behind us.
I hope so too. I really wouldn't want to jeopardize everything for an unfortunate incident.
Well, what are you, some kind of fucking goody two shoes? You absolutely fucking disgusting whore. Why would you be this sort of thing? Oh, look at me, I don't want to get in sort of any trouble. I just want to hold hands and kiss the fucking dragon. You're thinking about my cloaca right now, aren't you? That's sexual harassment. Yeah, how about we both just keep quiet about this whole thing for now? After all, I don't think any of us wants our people panicking about this already, right?
Yeah. I merely nodded in agreement. Eventually, we arrived at the police station. The chief took my formal statement in regards to yesterday's events. He asked me about Razor and Maverick, too. I didn't know much of anything that preceded yesterday's events, or the mysterious catastrophe Razor had mentioned. Afterwards, he thanked me and left to file my statement while I sat by his table, listening to the goings-ons of the small provincial town. When he returned, I was approached by someone who seemed to have urgent. A lot of talking between the two ensued that I couldn't make out from my position. I went on for a bit, and Bryce returned to me.
Afraid I have more bad news for you. Razor has now officially become a murder suspect.
Murder? Like, I'm surprised.
We're here at the crime scene and hoped you'd come with us. Because, you know, this is a perfect fucking idea. You take the fucking Whatever. I'm a police chief. I can do whatever I want.
Me at the crime scene? I don't really know much about forensics.
It's just a deal with the only link to Rise we have. Consider what he said would happen to us. It's in all of our interests that we find him as soon as possible, and if he has anything to do with it, you might be able to help us find him. Your cooperation would certainly be appreciated, and it would be a nice gesture to show us that you're trustworthy in the eyes of those who might think otherwise after what happened yesterday. Will you help us?
I will help you. I suppose we don't really have a choice here, but you're right. We gotta find Reza. That's what it takes, we'll do it.
Very well. Let us go then. And this also may be a good opportunity for you to save the game and for us to wrap it up for the night, and we come back next week.
We have been making silly voices for a while.
Oh, wow.
Nah.
I am very intrigued by what's going on.
Yeah, I totally forgot when I first played through the game, I had like similar issue with how fucking monologue-y and how tell-don't show it was. But oh right, yeah, I totally forgot the
What?
So the one thing I will say is Maddie, you
Oh no.
how you're like, oh, you're gonna get hit. Just keep that in mind. Keep that. You gonna press the save button?
Am I back?
You gonna save?
Yes.
Hi. You left.
I missed that.
Quick save.
I missed that whole thing you said.
Oh, okay. So, I did forget that when I did my first playthrough of this, I was like, wow, this writing is kind of, oh, it's kind of dry and rambly, but oh boy, I do love a fucking murder mystery where I also get to fuck a dragon. But that thing where you're like, what, are we gonna get hit by meteors? Just keep that in the back of your head. Just keep that in the back of your mind. In it for later.
Alright.
But yeah, I think it's a good time to save up and call it quits.
Yeah. Click. Oh, it's gonna ask
Good
me if I
night, you
want to press.
motherfuckers.
Yes, I did
Thank
press
you
the red
for
button.
coming to watch.
Oh wow.
Did you press the red button though?
Red button. Thank you all
You
for
can
joining.
press
What a
my
good
big
video.
red button.
What a good video game. It definitely had both videos and gameplay.
The slow panning over dragon body. Okie dokie. We'll see you all next week, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, goodbye. I am
Wow,
ending
wow,
the stream.
wow.